So hello everyone, my name is Alfred Chen.
My name is Ethan Driscoll.
And I'm Andrew Dietrich.
So today we are presenting the critical thinking with the Facebook case, and we are group 2 with Nathan being our TA, and we'll discuss the Facebook case also with some cybersecurity. So this case study is about the breaching of Facebook's private information and the effects on specific user who continue to use the platform. So a little bit background about Facebook and also the case. Facebook is one of the most well-known social media creation of the generation. It is an American social media and social networking service founded by Mark Zuckerberg with his college roommate and fellow Harvard University student Gregor Schifrin. Facebook was launched on February 4th, 2004, and it quickly gaining popularity in digital world and more than 1 billion active users globally since then. According to its website, Facebook's mission is to give people the power to build community and bring the world closer together. Facebook allows its users to share photos, make posts, like or comment on other users' posts, and also build a virtual friendship with anyone all around the world, no matter their location. So in this case study, we are focusing on one of the Facebook main users, Ryan. He has recently found out about the breach that Facebook had, resulting in profiles of 50 million people being hacked. In this case, it indicated that Ryan has previously faced privacy breaches issue, leading to his bank account being cleared and fraudulent filing of his tax returns. Since Facebook is a great way to expand Ryan's social platform, he is indifferent on whether or not to continue using his account. As a commercial lender at Trustee Bank, Ryan decided to tap into the expertise of his company's social media marketing team for help in making an educational decision on his account status. So the social media marketing team not only represent Trustee Bank on social media platforms, but they also stay on top of the changing landscape of digital media and their various terms of service agreements. Brian believes the team will have a better understanding of how to handle the situation than him, and also the social media marketing team must help generate the best decision for Ryan while remaining sensitive to his previous encounters with privacy breaches.
Ryan learned the most recent breach of Facebook. He already had someone clear out his bank account during the holidays last year and had someone fraudulently file a tax return on his social security number. He is considering the best option to increase his cybersecurity. We have 3 possible recommendations Ryan could take in the light of his concerns.
We have 3 recommendations for Ryan to take regarding his account security, each with a positive and a negative. The first recommendation is for Ryan to delete his Facebook account and install antivirus and anti-malware programs. Deleting his account is the only way to ensure no hackers get into the account. It is very drastic, but it's also the most secure step. On top of deleting the account, Ryan should install antivirus and anti-malware programs. Some of these are available for free and others are available for a cost. However, generally the ones that cost money offer better protection and more features. Consumer Review offers a good overview of some different software programs. The drawback to this solution is Ryan is no longer able to use Facebook, which he enjoys using. This is the best way to prevent hacking, and since Ryan has suffered 2 hacks prior to this, he has legitimate concerns for privacy. The second recommendation we have is for Ryan to keep this Facebook account, but increase his security by using antivirus programs, looking into Facebook security tips. If Ryan really enjoys using Facebook, then he should keep it, while understanding there is a risk for his account to be hacked in the future, and he should take some steps to try to minimize the risk of a future hack. Facebook suggests some basic steps such as keeping your password and email private, logging out of your account on a shared device, not accepting friend requests from strangers, looking out for malware, and avoiding suspicious links, and using their advanced security programs. The way Facebook suggests to watch for malware is by looking for a login location where you have not been, posts you didn't make, applications on the device running slower than normal, and strange pop-ups appearing. Another way is to scan your device for various viruses and malware frequently. Ways to defend against this is by getting antivirus software and by cleaning and updating your web browsers. Another feature Facebook offers is Security Checkup, a program that automatically logs you out when the app or browser isn't being used and sends you an alert if your account is accessed by a new device. They also offer a two-factor authentication feature, which you have to enter an access code sent via text or another method as well as your password if you try to log in from a new device. However, there are more steps Ryan could take that Wired mentions, which Facebook doesn't promote, such as editing the ad settings, switching off facial recognition, keeping to a minimum the apps that have access to the account, editing who can view his account, and by editing which pictures he gets tagged and appears in his timeline. However, even if Ryan does all these steps, Facebook still tracks and records all the stuff Ryan does on his account. Any app that had access to his account would still have all of his data. Even if Ryan asks them to delete it, they are not obligated to do so. Even with all the security steps Ryan takes, there is still a chance he would get hacked in the future. The final solution is to keep using Facebook and the way it is now. This wouldn't guarantee Ryan would get hacked, but it wouldn't decrease the odds. All of the apps would still have access to his information, and he would not be taking any steps to defend against malware. The only advantage to this solution is it takes the least amount of work, so he doesn't have to pay for an antivirus software, he doesn't have to remember a new password or mess with app settings and the like. The major drawback is he has not taken any extra steps for security.
Our group has decided Ryan's best course of action would be to delete his Facebook account for the time being. Since Ryan has already experienced multiple fraudulent tax filing under his Social Security number, we believe this is the best recommendation for Ryan's case. By deleting his account, Ryan would be extinguishing any possibility of another hack, which would help remove the target on his back from hackers he seems to have. Although Ryan will no longer be able to expand a social media platform digitally using Facebook, his personal information will be much safer, and there are plenty of other professional social media apps that Ryan can transition to, such as LinkedIn. This action would be better suited for him during this time because Facebook's recent hack showed a flaw in the cybersecurity software Facebook was using, and it may take time for them to recover fully and allow Ryan to feel secure that his information is safe. If Ryan had not experienced 2 prior breaches of his information from other sources outside of Facebook, then it would be more logical to recommend steps to improve his account security, ultimately letting him keep his Facebook. Unfortunately, this is not the case, and Ryan must approach this situation with greater concern and seriousness. One breach of information is already unlikely for the common person, but multiple breaches on the same person must have an underlying meaning that some part of Ryan's digital lifestyle is making his information more vulnerable than other people's. Even with our recommendation, Ryan might not want to give up his social media account. This may lead him to look into ways to improve his cybersecurity. One source we looked at as a recommendation to improve his security was the Facebook security tips offered through Facebook. Although the tips of Facebook the tips can be useful in making an account more secure, they are very straightforward and do not include much detail or depth. For example, not repeating your password across multiple online sites, not sharing your password, or making your password difficult to guess. For a multi-time hack victim, these are things Ryan should already know, and if not, aren't strong enough adjustments to seriously affect Ryan's long-term security. Sure, Ryan could expand his knowledge in security by seeking either additional security providers or taking classes to improve his knowledge on internet safety, but realistically, the opportunity cost is not worth it for Ryan. Our recommendation does not mean that Ryan will never be able to use Facebook again, but rather that for the time being, considering the present risk, the best course of action for him to take would be to delete his account as a whole. With this understood, Ryan can monitor how Facebook recovers from the breach, and will also give him time to learn more about account security without being rushed. Once Facebook security measures becomes fully stable again, a reevaluation of whether or not to create a new account can be discussed. The period of time in which Ryan will not have a Facebook account can also allow him to narrow his focus on other profiles he may possess and look into downloading additional security providers for those that can maybe in the long term help him recover his account later. After putting into perspective all of Ryan's issues in the past and weighing out the opportunity cost of improving security of his account and not deleting it, we as a group have decided to recommend the full deletion of his Facebook